How did your checkup go?
The baby's doing fine. The doctor said I should do some walking to help with the swelling.
Good. Should you really be going for a walk, though? What if you have an accident or something?
You're worrying too much. It's the same as if I were to go shopping.
That's a bit more than just a walk, though.
He said getting fresh air in general would be good for me. If I have time, I think I'll go out for one day.
Yeah, I guess you have been spending too much time sitting at home. Getting a little bit of sunshine wouldn't hurt.
Exactly. If I just sit inside every day, I might get depressed, you know?
Yeah, I know. Well, on my next day off, let's go for a nice walk together.
I'm not completely helpless. I can go alone.
But still, it's a bit dangerous.
Fine, fine. If you want to take a walk with me, maybe try taking an actual day off from work first.
True. Well, I will for you.
I'm guessing you're gonna be coming home tonight?
I really have to stay until this project is completely done. I'm sorry. I'm sure things are getting harder around the house now.
Well, just a bit. My morning sickness has calmed down, but obviously things are much harder than before.
Should I ask my mom if she can start helping out? I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
I don't know.
Besides, that's what family is for.
Yeah, true, but it kind of feels like she doesn't really like me.
Well, I mean, she just feels like you've taken her son away. Maybe all moms kind of feel that way.
Yeah, that's true, but I think since I'm pregnant, it won't be as bad, but still.
Yeah, I understand. But please just tell me when you feel like you need help. For you and the baby, I can always take off work.
Thank you. And yes, if I get to be overwhelmed, I'll be honest. Well, good luck on that project.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Nate. Do you have a minute? I have something important I need to tell you.
Important. Did something happen to the baby?
Calm down. The baby is fine.
Thank God. So, what's going on?
Today, I went for a walk. All of a sudden, a car came charging onto the sidewalk.
You were in an accident?
Well, at the last second, I jumped out of the way. But in order to avoid the car, I fell. When I fell, I injured my spine. Even though the baby's okay, I can no longer walk.
What? Are you being serious?
I was only trying to avoid the car. And just my luck, this happened. Just when everything was going well. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing? The idiot driving that car is the problem.
I'm going to be a mother, but now I'm going to be handicapped. I'm just going to be a burden to you and the baby.
Don't say that. You could never be a burden to me.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you. For protecting the baby. For being strong through this. Thank you.
You are so sweet. Thank you.
You'll be in the hospital for a while, right? So for now, just worry about the baby and rest.
Yes, I will be. Nate, I'm glad I have you.
I'm the lucky one. We will get through this, the three of us. Don't worry, okay?
Okay. I wouldn't be able to get through this without you.
And you don't have to. I will always be here for you. I love when you rely on me.
Thank you. Being here has sure given me a lot of free time. I have nothing but time to think about everything I want to do as soon as I can leave. I can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah, about that.
Is there something you want to do first? Of course, whatever you want to do will be at the top of my list.
I want a divorce.
What? That's not funny.
I'm not joking.
This has to be a joke. You told me. We would get through this, the three of us.
I'm sorry. I've already made up my mind. I just can't be with you.
Are you doing this because you did something wrong? Whatever you did, I'll forgive you. We can fix this. Please don't do this.
You're wrong. That's not why.
Then why? Is it because I'm disabled now?
Exactly. Since the accident, I thought it over and I don't want to spend my life taking care of you.
I understand. You should live your life for you, not someone else. I don't want you to waste your life on me either.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. Don't apologize. I'm fine. All I need is the baby.
I will pay child support. Enough for you to live comfortably.
You don't have to overdo it, okay? I want you to just live your life. I'll agree to a divorce, because I love you.
Thank you. I spoke with Gina. Good. Did you finally end things? Yeah, she agreed to the divorce. She was very understanding. Well, obviously. Not being able to live without a wheelchair is just going to be a burden on you. You shouldn't have even needed to convince her. It's obvious you need to just move on now. Mother, do you really have to talk like that? I still love her regardless. Okay, well, from the start she was arrogant. And after stealing my son, she goes off and gets pregnant. Next time someone tries to damage our relationship, I'll make sure they regret it. I've let this drag on for long enough. Oh yeah? Will you do the same type of thing you've done this time? I guess you're taking the law into your own hands. Or do you think you're God the way you decide punishments for people? What? Let me ask you one thing. On the day of Gina's accident, where were you? Why are you asking me that all of a sudden? How is that even relevant? Just tell me. Or is there a reason you can't? What? I was at the house, so what? Oh, really? You were at the house all day? Yes. What is this? What are you trying to say? I'm sorry, Mother. I was just wondering. No matter how much you don't like her, you'd never do something like that, right? Of course I wouldn't. I could never hurt your wife. She's my daughter-in-law. Yeah. I guess it must be some kind of misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? What are you talking about? Nothing. It's just that when Gina collapsed, my friend was the one who called the ambulance. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but he said he saw a car that looked just like yours driving away. Well, it definitely wasn't me. There are plenty of cars that look like mine out there. So, does that mean that the footage on the dashcam is just a fluke? Dashcam? Yep. Dad didn't tell you? He said you aren't the safest driver, so on one of my days off, we installed one. Better safe than sorry, right? I had no idea. It recorded everything. And just as my friend said, you attempted to hit Gina. With that being said, let's hear your excuse. Excuse? I didn't mean to hit her. I just wanted to scare her a little. And she fell on her own. I didn't technically do anything to her. I didn't know things would turn out like this. Okay, so why didn't you call an ambulance immediately? My friend said Gina clearly looked like she was crouched over in pain. I immediately drove off. I didn't know what condition she was in. I just thought she may have gotten a few bruises from falling. I didn't know it was serious enough to need an ambulance. The dashcam caught where you stopped, too. It recorded even once you got out of the car. What? So, you didn't think it was necessary to call an ambulance? You probably thought the worst of what could happen to the baby, didn't you? I never thought that. That really wasn't my intention at all. Please, you have to believe me, Nate. How can you tell me to believe a person who put their own son's wife in danger? She could have lost the baby. Like I said, I never intended for it to be this bad. So, since you already knew the truth and divorced her anyway, that means everything's fine, right? A real mother would never say something like that. Don't you have any shame? Why would I choose you over my own wife and child? That doesn't even make sense. I can't be with someone when it's my own mother's fault she's paralyzed. That's why I asked for a divorce. Unlike you, I have a conscience. Please don't tell me you... Yes, of course I already told him. As far as receiving a settlement, Dad even recommended a good lawyer. And clearly you'll take full responsibility. I'm your mother. You don't just expect me to pay it alone, do you? We're a family. This is just ridiculous. There's no way you can call yourself my mother anymore. So you're just going to abandon me? You've made your bed. Shouldn't you lie in it? It's pitiful you just want us to cover this all up. Please. Dad and I will make sure you will do everything possible to atone for what you've done. You're going to pay for her medical bills, attorney fees, and whatever else comes up because of this. And I don't intend to ever accept you back into our lives. Not only do I lose my son, You're saying that I have to pay for all that? I did this for you! I did this to get my son back! You have your own life. You can't treat me like a child forever. Parents that don't know how to let their children live their own lives clearly don't know what it means to be a parent.
Hey, Nate. I heard about everything from your dad. So, this is why you wanted a divorce?
Yes. So, do you understand now? We clearly just can't be together anymore.
I just can't believe she did this. I knew she didn't like me, but not enough to do something like this.
I'm so sorry. I know an apology will never be enough.
Well, I couldn't sign the papers.
Don't you get it? My mother did this to you. There's just no way I can be with you anymore, Gina.
Why? Why can't we be together?
What do you mean?
I know I will be like this for the rest of my life. I know it's only going to get harder from here, and I also know I can never forgive your mother.
Exactly.
But I still want to be with you. I thought I could just live for our baby's sake. But the truth is, I can't. It's too painful to be without you. This life that I now have to bear through is even more painful without you. I want things to just go back to how they were before. Don't you think we can?
I don't know. I don't want to think about a life without you either. But...
But... what?
Gina, after everything my mother did, are you absolutely sure you want to still be with me?
If I'm telling you that's what I want, how could it not be okay? And if someone else does think it's shameful, it's really none of their business. They have no idea how much you've done for me.
I don't know what to say. Gina, I love you.
I love you too, Nate. This will only make us stronger.
After that, my father and I took my mother to court. Of course, with the evidence from the dashcam and my friend's testimony, my mother was convicted. My father also divorced her. It was declared that the settlement be taken directly from my mother's salary so that she can't run from the charges. My father has been keeping an eye on her, and from what we've talked about, it seems she's going through a tough time, juggling multiple jobs just to pay the settlement. Because of everything she's done to Gina, her life has become so dull. She's just going through the motions, like a zombie. The fact that her life is now dedicated to supporting someone she hated, it seems she is truly suffering the consequences of her actions. As for Gina and I, we had a healthy baby and are living happily. Gina has gotten used to using a wheelchair to the point where she can take care of the house and the baby just fine. In order to support her more, I switched to a job that allows me to come home on time. As a couple, we are trying our best to secure our baby's future. We don't want to become a burden for our child, like my mother has become for me.
Hi, hon. Just a reminder, I'll be home late tonight. Can you get something to eat on your way home from the office?
Seriously? Again? You know I hate getting takeout. Why can't you just come home first to make dinner? You can go after that.
Home is half an hour in the other direction from the hospital. Not to mention the time it takes to make dinner. You know how tired I have been with everything that is going on.
Then just skip your visit today. Is it that big of a deal to miss one visit?
Yes, of course it is. You haven't been there for a while, so you don't know how bad my dad looks. But every visit is precious right now. And I need to be there for my mom. They have been together for so long. It is hard for all of us.
Yeah. I know you're the perfect little family.
That is just mean.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just want my wife back. I hate that you're going out there so often. I hardly see you.
I'm only there a few times a week. It is not like I am going to the hospital for fun. My dad is dying from cancer.
I know, and I do understand. Most of the time. You're just gonna make it up to me. Luckily, you will have plenty of options with that big fat insurance check we'll get when your dad croaks.
Did you seriously just use that word? You're being a really horrible person right now.
Oh geez. I'm sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood.
Just stop being so insensitive. You know how sad I am. I would rather have my father with me than any amount of money.
Of course you would, honey. I am sorry. I just meant all that money's gonna go a long way in providing some comfort. I didn't try to be mean. You go and take all the time you need with your family.
Thank you. I will speak to you later. Where are you? I am home and everything is dark.
Hi, babe. I wasn't in the mood to sit around alone all night. And I wanted something to eat. So I met some friends for a bite to eat.
Did you get that bite at the bar down the road?
Yes, I did. I guess you could come if you want to. Just don't come if you're gonna sit with a long face all night. You tend to bring the mood down after one of your hospital visits. We just want to have a little bit of fun.
As generous as that invitation is, I wouldn't dream of intruding, despite really needing you tonight.
Is it yet another dad thing? Can we have a break for just one night? Did he die?
No, he was put on a ventilator and probably won't wake up again.
Well, there it is. We could have weeks more of this sulking around. Just let me have this one night.
Sure, Milo, whatever you say. Just do me one favor. Don't let the alcohol inspire you to be super generous again. Last time you spent thousands on paying the bar tab for all of your friends.
Don't be such a greedy cow. We can afford to treat my friends a little.
Then how about doing it with your credit card this time? Instead of mistakenly using mine. It is not fair.
Stop with all the moaning. You have more money than me. What happens to what is yours is mine?
Except that it is always mine when you want to splurge. We make the same salary. I just save more. Use your own.
I have more expenses than you do. Expenses I need. Besides, your parents are always happy to give you a few dollars to tide us over.
Your fancy sports car was not an expense we needed. And there is no way that I'm asking my mom for money while my dad is this sick. So you better be careful with our money, or we are just going to be broke. And you will have to live with that.
Your dad's illness is messing with our lives. I just told my friends it would be better if he just went already, and we could get back to normal. Except we would be loaded.
Did you seriously tell your friends that? That is horrible. How could you say that? After everything Dad has done for us?
Always with how great the old man is. I'm just calling it as I see it, baby.
I am going to assume you are very drunk. Or you wouldn't be saying these horrible things. You can't be that much of a jerk. Or it would completely break my heart.
This is killing my vibe. How about we just talk later?
Not continuing this conversation sounds great. Just don't wake me up when you get home. I don't want to see you tonight. Are you sure you can't come with me? I know you are busy, but I need you.
I am sorry, honey, but I have to work. I wish I could be there to support you. Please, hug your mom for me.
Thank you for being so sweet the last few days. It has meant a lot. I wish you could come with me too, but I understand.
If we weren't working on such a big project at work right now, I would be. All the overtime is killing me. I've been wanting to talk to you about that. Back and forth between home and the hospital has been rough on you, and the drive to the office late at night has been killing me.
That is true.
And I know you worry about me all alone at home. Without your delicious meals every day, I've been lost. But I think I might have the solution.
What's that?
You've already taken time off from work. You could easily go and stay with your mom for a few days. Then you can support her, and you can be close when your father needs you.
That would be great, but what about you?
I will go and stay with my parents while you're gone. Their place is closer to the office anyway. Easier when I work late. And besides, there are some serious benefits. I'll be fed like a king. My mom cooks even better than you do. LOL.
I guess that works. But I'll miss you. Will you come to the hospital when you can?
Of course, honey. But I don't see myself having any time to come and visit.
It's over. Daddy's gone.
Ah, I am sorry, sweetheart. How are you doing? How's your mom?
We're hanging in there, but I need your support. Can you come?
I am sorry, sweetie. I just can't right now. We're so busy at the office. After this, I will take some time off and just be with you.
That sucks, but I understand. I appreciate you taking the time to message me, even when you were so busy.
Don't worry, I have a whole list of new toys you can buy to show your appreciation. As soon as Daddy's insurance comes in, we can make it rain.
Are you really talking about money right now?
I was just joking to lighten the mood. Maybe you're just overreacting a little because your emotions are wild.
Maybe. I need some rest too. But you will for sure be at the funeral, right?
What'll that be?
We are arranging it for Saturday. Then my aunt and uncle can come too. And there is no work, so I hope you can come.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But you know that it's Jace's bachelor weekend. I can't back out now.
It is my father's funeral. I am sure that Jace would understand that this is beyond our control.
But I wouldn't. I've been excited about this for months. Can't just change my plans. It's not like your dad's gonna be less dead if I'm not there. Just let me have some fun, darn it.
Wow. Just wow. I thought we were in a better place. But right now, I don't even want you there anymore. We can talk when I get back.
How are you doing, honey?
Hi, Kath. I'm doing okay. Thank you for the flowers you sent. My mom and I appreciated your support.
Of course, we are family. I think of you as my own daughter. I just wish we could have done more. The only thing that gave me some comfort was knowing that my son was there for you.
Yes, I am sure Milo tried his best to be.
You know, I don't always like how he treats you, but this time he proved me wrong. Taking time off from work and staying with you and your mom all this time, it must have been a real support to have him there constantly.
You mean the last 2 weeks? He took time off?
Yes, he even told them he would take unpaid leave. But his boss was so generous, he told him to take all the time he needed. Luckily, they weren't very busy right now, so they could spare him. Isn't that sweet?
Very sweet, but I'm confused. Are you telling me he was off all this time?
Now I am confused. Why are you acting like you didn't know? He was down there with you the entire time. We even went over to water your plants while you were gone.
My head is spinning. Just to be clear, he was off work and he wasn't living with you?
You are worrying me, Amy. I'm going to phone you to clear things up.
No, not right now. I will speak to you soon, but please do me a favor. Don't speak to Milo right now. I need to figure things out first.
Whatever you need, I'll speak to you at the funeral.
Have you been home yet?
Oh, yes, I for sure have. How nice of your mother to keep it so clean for me.
That's all you're gonna say? Nothing about the papers on the table?
Oh, the divorce papers that you signed? What would you like me to say about those papers, Milo? I signed them. We are officially not married anymore.
No fight? No argument? LOL. That was easy. I thought it was gonna be much harder to get rid of your sulky face. When can I expect my money in my bank account?
What money would that be? You aren't getting a cent from me.
Nice try. I know you inherited millions. I am entitled to half of that. Why do you think I stuck around as long as I did?
Oh, I got hundreds of millions, but sadly that has nothing to do with you. Do you really think that you are going to get a cent of my father's money? Are you joking?
We were married when he died. It isn't up to you. I get half.
LOL, you really should have done more research. But doing your homework has never been your strong suit, has it, honey? An inheritance is not considered a marital asset. You left, you get none of it.
What? You can't be serious. That isn't fair. I put up with you for years. I deserve that money.
That is too bad for you. I guess your friends will have to pay for their own drinks for now.
Fine, but I'm entitled to spousal support. Don't think I don't know about the cash account Daddy set up for you when we got married. It might not be as much as I'd hoped, but I can still live really comfortably with that money.
Oops, you won't be getting any of that either. You remember the prenup we signed before we got married? It said that you'd get nothing if you cheated.
But you never filed that. You promised.
Yes, I have to admit I did say that. At that stage, I didn't think that it was needed. But since I never thought we would use it, why not file it? It made my dad happy, so why not? I guess that Daddy saved me once again.
But honey, you're making a mistake. I never cheated on you. I wouldn't. I was just frustrated that you weren't giving me any attention. We can work on our marriage and fix things.
LOL. Nice try, Milo. We are done. And my money is all going with me.
You cow. You can't prove I cheated. I'm gonna take everything I can. I already quit my job. You owe me.
That is sad for you, but I owe you nothing. You see, I found out that you were off work and not visiting your parents. During the worst days of my life, you were cheating on me. The PI I hired had some lovely photos of you and your friend. You won't get anything.
Are you seriously leaving me without anything? Even the house is in your name. You're gonna force me to move home to my parents?
That might not even be an option for you. Your parents have been great through all this. They are not happy with you. I guess you are stuck with your new girlfriend. I hope she can cook, LOL. Bye, Milo. Have a nice life. It has been a year, one of the best and hardest years of my life. My mom and I both took some time together and traveled. We will always miss my dad. But we can have each other at least, which is more than I can say for Milo. He has been left with no money and no family. His parents disowned him, but I see them regularly and have made sure they are taken care of. Surprisingly, I don't miss Milo at all. Instead, it has been like a weight has been lifted off me. I'm going to be okay.